James Hanrahan's kick out comes down. Been in a Munster final since 1949, but already they're in full swing and in full voice. So an exciting start to this match. Noel O'Mahony. Noel O'Mahony and Tom Morrissey.
Into county play, very poor free taking.
Plenty of James Hanrahan with the kick out. Fine lefty kick out, added to it. They're playing with a little bit more confidence now.
They have indeed, Marty, and to make matters worse for Kerry, the wind has died a little bit as well. So if that's gone for the second.
That's the last we'll hear of Pat Spillane in this match.
It's not great. Defences are tending to dominate a little bit.
So 20 minutes gone in the first half, 4 points each.
If you're Cluxton and he can pin the ball there, that's great. Because the goalie actually dictates the kick out. So all of a sudden he might do this, that means it's going down to Diarmuid Conley. Do you know what I mean? Or you might do this, that means it's going down the middle. And then you look around, and if the forwards aren't working, it might be a short one. Then you might decide we'll overload one side. There are so many different things you could do for kick-outs, but it's all about space, and the goalie can see it, and he can do it fast. So fellas have to empty, what did I say, around the ball, if there's space there, but the space has to be there at the right time. If the space is there too early, it's closed. So like, it depends, you might have a big number 7, so you might decide to bring him over to 5 to catch the ball, depending on the goalie if he's right-legged or left-legged. So it all, like, kick-out strategies, you might change it. So if you see someone doing this and he does this, and the other hand might be the gloves. Should anybody read that now with television and cameras all over there? So, especially in the county, but a club scene, you might decide we'll move him over. But then if a team is watching now, and with videos now, fellas, with iPhones, that's their plan now. So you have, the goalie goes down, and whatever he sees in front of him, that to me is the kick-out. The goalie goes down, and whatever he sees in front of him, that to me is the kick-out.
So we're looking at the run-up. Normally with place kickers, they look for a consistent run-up as the goalposts don't move. So they look for the same steps back, match with the same steps to the side as they practice in training. But the Gaelic goal, you must deal with a moving target and a different style of kick.
The goalie goes down, and whatever he sees in front of him, that to me is the kick-out.
I asked you what you would do in response to the opposition setup on your own kickouts. So I'm just going to briefly go through a few basic little things that I believe that you can do with your team. So it's going to keep it quite simple. So we have our 15v15 setup here, 14, 21, 45, 65 and opposition. Okay, what you can do is you can pull them out wide. So in other words, you stretch the play. Okay, if they hold their positions in zone only, like that, like a lot of teams will do, if your goalkeeper is good enough, he can actually clip over the opposition player out into here where you've got a runner onto the ball. Okay. Also, you may be able to clip all the way further, all the way to your half forward, who's got a nice little bit of space there to move into. But it is one of the most difficult things to do when the opposition actually set up zonely. And so you can bring your midfielders back as well, or maybe even your deep lying playmaker might come in around. You've crowded that area there. You'll probably be able to pick it off short kickouts here between the lines, just picking them off like that. Again, if they're sucked into the play like that, then if the defenders are sucked in to pick up the extra men, what can you do? Pop it into space then out wide on the wings. Okay, so it's quite a simple concept. If it's the case that they go man to man, which a lot of teams will do as well, so that then will be a situation where movement will win you space. So if it's man to man, what I often would do is come compact. So bring them right in, Let's see, do they follow? If they stay zonal, great, you've got extra and overload here, give the ball to them. If they come in compact and mark them man to man like that, lots of movement, and all you need then is one dart out to the wing here, or even a cross like that, and then out into space. Now remember, one important thing, if you're going short like that, to receive, you have to make sure that one person minds the house, actually he needs to come around the back in support. Also as well, it's important that if he is tracked and if that ball gets turned over, that there should be a man here covering off the goal, which is very important on all short kickouts. What happens then if, like in the modern game, a lot of teams press right up on the kickouts, so the opposition go right up and squeeze that space, and they may even, what have I got then? Behind the press, the full-on press, and you see that with Manchester City and Liverpool and in the soccer world. Well, then I have a perfect opportunity then to play the ball long all the way in over the top. Who am I looking for there? I would normally go, my full forward line would squeeze right in, push right up, sorry. Then my centre forward would hold his position. He would go high and central, hopefully bring the centre back with him, and then not look interested at all. All of a sudden then the ball is played way over top and he's darting out into space. What do I look for then? My half forwards then need to be moving from there, looking to support then up the pitch as well, as quickly as possible. So if it's a case that teams then drop off, so they allow me to take a quick kick out, what I'm going to be looking at then, so if these are dropping off out the pitch, they might leave two in there. Well, then it's a very simple decision for my goalkeeper to play it short out to the corner back here. Okay. Lastly, if teams are pressing up with a huge press at all stages, and for instance, if they're going to be very effective at that press, okay, then in that situation, then I might decide that, okay, I'm actually going to play it long. I'm actually going to put it out on top of my midfielders, who hopefully will start centrally and split out into space, or ideally get it further over the press and look for my half forwards in these positions